Hi, I'm Mary the Savage. I'm a soldier. See the spear? See the sword? I used to serve under General Filker the Black. Well, not anymore. I deserted the army, and now I'm on the run through the valleys with my son and two other boys who, like him, worked as kitchen helpers for the army. For days, we had been hearing rumors through Filker's forces about a ghost in the mountain where we were staying last month. At first, nobody paid attention to them. But then people started disappearing every single night. They say the ghost was awakened by some bastard named Phylan, a worthless mercenary. I'm not worried about myself, but I'm a mother. I couldn't stay by let my son's life. I couldn't stand by and let my son's life, and more importantly, his soul, be put in danger. We left in such a hurry that we didn't bring any food, and we are starving. No one around here grows crop or keeps livestock, so we've been looking for people we could rob off their food and money. Looks like our luck has finally turned. We just spotted a woman and an old man heading this way. They are armed, but they don't look like much. And there are 4 of us. We'll ambush them. This should be easy. Stay here and you'll see how we'll ambush them. Hello everybody and hello everyone. I'm Albert and this is One More Die. Now we are gonna play the second session of Eba the Damned, a solo adventure played with the RPG Black Sword Hack and also with the help of Mythic GME Emulator. But before I start playing, I want to explain you some changes I've decided to do. Because in the first session, I discovered that looking for all the charts in the Mythic, it made me lose a lot of time and made me lose some concentration. So that I've looked for something that can help me to do so quickly. And I found a website that works very well for doing so. I'll show it to you right now. Here there's the engine, this is a website, and here just clicking one button you can see the results of all the charts. The fate chart, if it's necessary, the event focus chart, and also if it's necessary, the meaning chart. And not only that, but also with only one click you've got all the results of the scene when you start one of them. Before starting, I want to read you the first scene summary. That's what I wrote. Eba returns to her hut and finds Shoke inside instead of her son. She recognizes him immediately. He's someone from her past, a general in the mercenary group led by Phylan, her son's father. Shoke tells Eba he has a message from Phylan. Phylan wants her to deal with a dead man who's been causing him trouble. If she succeeds, he'll return their son. Eba gets ready for the journey and leaves with Shoke. Okay, and having done so, I'll want to show you again the Eba's sheet and remember a little bit how she was. She was a mercenary who stopped killing people for money when she got pregnant from Phylan, and at that moment she escaped from him and went to live to the mountains, and she has been living there for more or less 10 years with her son. Her son has been raised in the mountains as a lumberjack, as she that's the job that she's got there, and she's having a normal life out of the war. But when she was younger, worked as a mercenary, so that her abilities are abilities of fighting. She is a sword master. She also has got a background that allows her to deal more damage than the normal. So she, instead of dealing 1 dice of 6 of damage, she deals 1 dice of 8 of damage. And when she's unarmed, she also does more damage. But the most important background of Eba is that she was born in a necropolis and she was raised by ghosts. And she's got a power of the background that it's called Barrow Wisdom, that allows her to speak and try to order to the dead people. Okay? And now we are going to start the second scene. I'm going to explain you what I think is going to happen. They lift the Eba's hut. They is Eba and Shoke. They lift Eba's hut. It was still not night, but it was in the afternoon. They will walk out of the town and go down the mountains, going to the valleys where there is war between the nations of law and chaos. That's the place where Phylan and his group is, and maybe that's the place where also they can find that dead person who is bothering Phylan. But before arriving to the valleys, they have to go downside the mountains. And I think they won't have time enough to arrive to the valleys today. They will walk downside, but they'll have to camp in the mountains. So that in that second scene, I think they will walk and look for a camp to sleep that night, and maybe they'll speak a little bit more. I think Eva's gonna question Shoke, how are the things downside, how is Phylan, how is the Phylan's group, and maybe she will try to know something about that dead man who is bothering him, because she'll have to deal with him. Okay, that's what I think that this second scene will be. But before knowing if that's gonna be only that, I'll go to Mythic Game Emulator to evaluate the scene. So we'll raise the chaos factor to 6, that's the number we've got, and I'll click to that button. That will tell me if there's gonna be any variation in that second scene. Okay, let's go. Here it says the scene has been interrupted because we rolled a 4, that it's under 6, that it's our chaos factor, and the new scene event focus, it has happened that there has appeared a PC negative, and it also has rolled to the meaning table, to the 2 meaning tables, and it has appeared 2 words to help me to imagine how that PC negative is. And those words are abandon and art. Well, it's not a new PC negative, as I thought at the first moment. I think it's something negative that happens to our PC, to Eba. So let's think what it can be. Okay, I think that word art is related with a person, a bard, singer of the town, who was in love with Eba, has been in love with Eba, and he has seen her going outside the town with a man, with that Shoke. And he thinks that Eba is going away from that town, and he feels abandoned by her, although she never was in love with him, but maybe they had something between both. And when he sees she going out with Shoke, he gets jealous, he gets angry, and he attacks her. I think as he is angry, he doesn't try to arrive to her without doing noise. He cries, runs, and jumps to attack her directly, so that Eba hears him and turns and realizes who he is. That man, the bard, cries, "Eba! Who's that man? Who is that man you are going out with? I'm gonna kill you! We had something between you and me, and that man doesn't deserve you! I'm gonna kill you both!" So that he attacks her, maybe with a stick, a staff, or something that he had. Eba has seen him and she'll try to dodge him, only that. Okay, let's throw some dice. We are gonna go to see the sheet and throw. She's got 15 to dexterity. I didn't tell you before, but she's at 5th level, so that she's got a high dexterity, and she's got a little bit more hit points. I'm gonna explain you that I don't usually I play Black Sword Hack with my friends, and we don't roll all the dice. We only roll 1 dice per PC, and non-PCs don't roll dice. We'll work more or less as a PBTAs, and we only roll once. And with that roll, we decide if the PC's got a success, a partial success, or a fail. And if the PCs fails, that means that the non-PCs has made a good attack and has made damage to her. So we'll only throw one die, and I'll tell you, if she's got a 15, I won't put any extra difficulty because of the bard that is attacking her. If I roll a 15, 3 more or 3 less, it's gonna be a partial success. If I throw less than that, that's gonna be a success, and if I throw more than that, that's gonna be a fail. And a number 1, it's always a critical success, and a 20, natural 20, it's always a fumble. Okay, let's roll. Let's roll a 20 dice. It's a 16, it's a partial success. A partial success in a dodge means that she can dodge him and nobody gets damage. If she also had attacked him and both would have intent to make damage to each other, a partial success would have meant that both of them had received damage. But doing so, as she tried to dodge, nobody of both got damage. And the bard has attacked her and they have separated now, and they speak again. Let's put some name to him in order to know how to tell him. Okay, let's go to the book of Black Sword Hack and go to the name table. Where was it? Here. Okay, Doll. His name is Doll, for example. Okay, let's come back here. And Eba cries, "Doll, stop, Doll! That's not what you are thinking. This man is not my boyfriend, nor something like that. I'm not going with him to live with him, nor to do some kind of sex with him. I'm only going out to resolve some problem, and don't worry, I'll be back in some days." Okay, that's what she's trying to explain to Doll and to try to make him quiet. So, in order to know if she can charm him with that word, he will roll a charisma roll. She's got a 9, so that's gonna be more difficult than to dodge him. But she doesn't want to hurt him, and she'll roll a 20 die. 10. Then it's also a partial success. Partial success, I think that means he doesn't believe her at all, or not too much at least, but he stops attacking her. What you mean you're gonna go away of the town, Eba? You are living here happily with your son and with all of us. Where are you going? Doll, you have to believe me. I'll be back. I have to do something that is related with my past life and I can't avoid it. I have to go, but I need you to believe and tell to the others that we and my son will be back. You and your son? Where's your son? Does he also has gone away? Yes, Doll, he has gone away, but I'm gonna find him and we'll be back. Don't worry, please. Take care of my chickens and my goats and my hut, and tell Jonathan that I'll be back and work for him again. Tell everybody we are okay and we'll be back. So with that words, I think that Doll remains nervous but leaves them go away and comes back to the town and leaves them alone. Shoke has been looking all that scene, smiling and without acting nor speaking. Hey Eba, so you've got a boyfriend here. He's only a thin man. I think he can stand nor a sword nor a knife. Now you like mutant people. That's nice. Phelan will like it. Eba looks at him and says nothing. They continue walking downside the mountain, and when the sun goes down and it becomes night, they look for a camp. I think they don't have to roll any dice because Eva knows that mountains, at least the ones that are near to the town, and she can easily find a place to camp. But when they are in front of the fire and just about to go to sleep, Shoke is drinking some liquor that he has brought, and he offers it to Eba, but Eba doesn't accept it, but she will try to know something about what she is gonna find down to the valleys. And she asks Shoke how's the mercenary group of Phelan, and also she'll ask about the dead men who she will have to deal with. The answers of Shoke are gonna be answered by the Mythic Game Master Emulator, and we are going to ask the first question of this second scene. And the question is gonna be, Is Finland's group of mercenaries greater than 10 people? Okay, I think the odds are 50-50 because we don't know. And let's ask directly. I'll click to the ask question. And now, yes, we've got a yes. It's greater than 10 people, but only a little bit because there has been 47 number in the roll, and no event extra occurred because both numbers are not the same and are under the 6. So that maybe if it's a little bit greater than 10 people, it's between 10 and 20 people. I'll throw a dice. Between 10 and 20 people, it's gonna be 10 plus a 10 dice. 9. It's 19 people, that mercenary group. Eva is gonna ask another question, and the question is gonna be, is that mercenary group now fighting any war or doing any quest for one of these two nations that are in war? I'm also leave the odds in 50-50, and I like the question. The question is also a yes. This group is in war, but it's also a small number. It's a 41, so it's a little yes. That group can be fighting or taking care of some place that is near to the enemy. But it's not a big war. It's not fighting to death day per day. It's only doing a civilian stuff. Okay, and now I'm gonna look for some information about the dead men. I'm not gonna throw to the fate chart, I'm gonna throw to the meaning chart. And as I don't have any button to throw directly to the chart, I'll click to the create an event, and I won't look at what event had happened because that's not what I want. I only want to look at the words of the meaning tables. Let's click. Okay, those meaning words are debase and expectations. Debase expectations. I think that dead man is causing some kind of magic or actions that make Phylan debase his expectations. Maybe he's getting depressed because he's always debasing his expectations and he's not able to think in nothing big, in nothing great. He's always thinking something every time smaller because of that dead man. And I think that dead man is in the same place where Phylan and his mercenary group is working now. Let's see with another meaning words which kind of place is that where he is fighting or making surveillance tasks at that moment. And that's gonna give us some information of the place and maybe also of the dead man or the ghost or whatever it is. I'm gonna click to create an event. I'll click. Okay, activity leadership. Maybe if we were looking for a place, maybe it's a place where the war leaders of one of the two nations for which Phylan works, they are the generals, they are all together in an elevated place, in a hill or a little mountain, maybe where there's a castle or a church, and they are all together there deciding how to act. And they have asked to Phylan to take care of that place because that place is near to the enemy line and they want him to take that place safe. And in that place, that's where that dead man is bothering Phylan and he is getting depressed, and all the mercenary group don't know what to do because of his leadership depression. Okay, we've got something. We've got an interesting thing. I think it's not gonna be a castle, it's gonna be a church. I like it more being a church because in that world that it's ruled by chaos and low nations and chaos and low gods, a church can be very interesting. Okay, now I'm gonna roll a die in order to know if that church is dedicated to a chaos god or a low god. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d6 die. 1, 2, 3, it's gonna be dedicated to a chaos factor, and 4, 5, 6 to a low god. It's a 4, so it's dedicated to a low god. And now I'm gonna roll another d6 in order to know if the nation for whom Phylan fights is a chaos nation or a low nation. And I'm gonna roll it again. 1, 2, 3, it's gonna be a chaos nation, and 4, 5, 6, low nation. It's a 3. So they are working, they are fighting for a chaos nation against a low nation, but they are in a low church. Okay, we now got more information about what the adventure is gonna be. We now know that Eba has been asking Shoke where are they going, and they are going in a place that is a place where the leaders of a Chaos Nation are all together deciding how to proceed with his war, and they are near to the enemy's line. They are in a little mountain where there's a church, a low church, and they have occupied it, and maybe they have killed all the pirates who were there, and they have asked Phylan and his mercenary group to look for the enemies to take care of that mountain while they are deciding how to act in that war. But at the same time, while Phylan is taking care of that mountain with his men, there's some ghosts or dead men there causing him to be depressed, and he has asked Shoke to go to ask Eba to go there and kill that dead man. And as they are mercenary and maybe they don't act as a normal people, they has kidnapped her son in order to be sure that she's gonna resolve his problem. Okay, so that's that second scene where Eba and Shoke has camped in the mountains going down to the valleys, and they have speaked a little bit in the fire camp, and Shoke has explained that things to Eba. After that, they both sleep because Eba told Shoke that he doesn't have to worry about nothing because that place is safe, that's a place where wolves don't come, that's a place where there are not dangers, so they sleep during all the night and the sun wakes them up. And I think that's the end of that second scene where more or less I think that Eba has controlled the situation. There hasn't been any dangerous thing nor any uncontrolled thing, so she has controlled the situation and we recover the number 5 in the chaos factor. Now I'll write a little bit what it has happened. I'll write very quickly and very bad, and later I'll write it better. I've written all that from the second scene that we have played, and now I'm going to write and put some new points to the list, to the thread list and to the NPC list, okay? I think there is no new 3, but we add that man who loves Eba, who is called Dol, and we'll also repeat the names of the ones that we have got again in that second scene. They are Phylan and Shoke. We can also add, yes, the low church, and the generals that are in the church deciding how to act together in the war. And I'll put Shoke and Phylan together with themselves to find them easily. We've got 2 Shokes and 2 Phylans. Okay, so that's the end of the second scene. And now we are going to start the third scene. First, let's talk about what we think are going to happen in the third scene. Well, I think they're going to continue the travel, and I think they will arrive at the valleys. At the valleys where there is war from long time ago between the nation of law and the nation of chaos. And I think that that journey they will take to arrive at the valleys through the mountains, it can be done in one day, for say something. We don't want it to be so long or more long than that, but maybe during those hours walking through the paths of the mountains they can find some danger, but they're gonna be, if there is anyone, danger from the mountains, maybe wolves, maybe one bear, or maybe some fantastic danger from the mountains that I don't know. So let's start and let's see what Mythic says to us. Let's click the button to evaluate the scene. I click, let's see what happens. It has been an altered scene because we rolled less than the chaos factor. So the scene has been altered but not interrupted. And the possible alteration focus is a non-PC action. And the meaning, well, there is harm and attention. But first of all, let's see what non-PC is gonna do the action. Well, I think it has to be Shoke because we are only with him, and I don't think Dol is gonna come back just again right now. The dead man is not here, Phylan Thurical is not here, Eba's son, sorry. Okay, it has to be Shoke. there's an action that will alter our scene, and we have to think in that action what's going to happen, because it has to be with harm and attention. Okay, I think Shoke drank too much the night before, and during this morning he has some headache, and he's not paying attention to the path they are walking through, and as he's not paying attention, he fell down the slope and he gets harmed, he gets hurt. And at that moment I think I'm gonna count the hit points of both, and let's roll a dice and let's take some hit points to Shoke. I think D6 dice. 1 hit point. He gets hurt, but not too much. Oh, Eba! I fall down. I think I've broken my leg. Come here and help me, please. Come here. Don't you have any rope? Please throw me a rope and help me to go upside again. I think I've got both legs broken. Oh, what a pity of me. Shoke, get up and climb a little bit. You are okay. It's only a little hard. Come here, Shoke. You are getting old. You have to pay attention to the path, and you have to walk with strong steps and looking where you are putting your feet. I think that maybe Eba helps him to go again to the path, because she's very used to the mountain paths and she didn't drink last night. Doing so, maybe Shoke appreciates a little bit more Eba in his way, and he will of course pay a little bit more attention. But I'm just gonna roll some dice in order to know if during that day they will find any danger of the mountains. Let's roll a dice to the fate chart. I think finding some danger here in the mountains is unlikely, because Eba, she's not so near to the town as she was yesterday, but I think she still knows which are the best paths, the best way. So I think it's gonna be unlikely, and I ask a question to roll to the fate chart. Let's see, I didn't ask the question. Are they gonna find any danger in the mountains before night arrives and they arrive to the valley? And the answer is no. So they pass all the day walking through the mountains, go in the valley direction, and they at night arrive there. I have just realized that I haven't decided what the weather was, and I think I'm gonna ask it now. I wanna roll a D6 die, and with a very sunny day without wind, nor rain, nor nothing. And if I roll a 6, it's gonna be a 10. Let's have a D10 dice to decide the weather. Where the 1 is a sunny and quiet day, and a 10 it's a day with the strong rainings, winds, and bad weather. So I'll click now. At 2. Okay, it has been calmed and a quiet autumn day without too much clouds and with a little bit of wind, but very quiet, and they arrive to the valleys without any impediment and without any problem. At night they go to sleep, they camp, they look for a place to camp, and I roll a dice to see if they find a good place to camp. I think that now Eba doesn't know that place, because she's too far away from home, and they don't know that place, but they both will look for a place to camp. I think it's gonna be Eba the one who will roll the die and will use the wisdom attribute to know if she finds a good place. I'll roll the dice with advantage because they both look for it, so I'll roll 2d20 dice. The best one is an 11, and we had a 12, so it's a partial success, and they find a good place to sleep. They find, I imagine, some rocks or big rocks and some trees all together, and they can put the places where they gonna sleep under that rocks, but it's not a cave, it's not a house, it's a place that if the weather goes badly or somebody passes near them, maybe they can't be found. And if some animal is near that place, maybe that animal also can sniff them. So it's a good place to sleep, to camp, but they can't hide the fire, for example. So now I'm gonna roll some dice in order to see if they find some place. Eba, those places are yet near to the valleys where the armies and the thieves camps everywhere. Maybe we should take turns keeping watch during the night. I'm very hurt due to my fall, and I think I should sleep first. What do you think? If you keep watching, give you the first turn? Okay, so go to sleep. We have yet dinner. I'll put some stones in front of the fire because that way it's not gonna be seen from far away. Sleep. I'll take the first turn and I'll wake you when I want to sleep. Okay, they sleep in the camp they found. I'll go back again to the fate chart of the Mythic. Here we got it, because I'm gonna ask if something happens to them while they're sleeping. If someone or something finds them and what happens there. Okay, let's ask the question. Is there something or someone who'll find them while they're sleeping? I think it's also unlikely because we've got a partial success. It was not a failure, it's a partial success, so it's not 50-50. I think it's unlikely again. Okay, I click the button to ask a question and the answer is no. Nobody and nothing finds them during that night. So that I think that will finish the third descent and we'll go to the fourth one. But before, let's decide if Eva's got the control of the situation of that scene. I think she's got the control, but because nothing very dangerous has happened to them, only that Shoke has fallen down, but Eva has worked well through the mountains and has arrived well to the valley, and indeed during the night they have slept well. So I'll decrease the chaos factor to 4. Or I'll write working through the mountains in the third descent, and now I'll copy that in order to do the fourth scene where we've got a 4 in chaos factor, and we'll start the fourth scene. I think they have to go across the valleys, the dangerous valleys, because in those valleys there are the enemies of both enemies everywhere, looking, searching, and watching out for the enemy. And there's also people who has lost everything there, people who has lost their houses, their lives, their families, their friends, people who is starving, who has nothing to eat because war during so many years has broken everything, and the fields are fired, the fields are abandoned, and there's a lot of people who has converted to thieves to take food or money from others, and all ethic and all morale has gone away from people in that place. And I think that place is the most dangerous part of this journey, and I don't know if they has to work for 1 day or for 1 week. Before rolling the scene, I roll a dice in order to know how long do they have to walk through the valleys to arrive at the mountain where Phylan is. And I'll do that question out of the scene. I'm gonna say it's 50-50, and the question is, well, no, I won't do so. I will say I'm gonna roll a die in order to know how many days the mountain is far away from here where they are. And I think I'm gonna roll a d4. Maybe I would like it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, or 4 days at maximum. I think it's gonna be enough to know how long do they have to work to arrive there. Okay, let's roll a d4 die. It's a 1. It's a 1. So they only have to work for 1 day, and that's the information we needed before to roll the scene. Okay, so in that scene they will walk through the valley to arrive at the mountain where Phylan is. And in that journey they will have to be very careful because that's gonna be very dangerous. Eva, now we can't go through the paths. We'll have to walk through the forest. We'll have to walk always near the trees, near the rocks, because if we go through the paths or through the fields, there's gonna be for sure somebody who will see us and will attack us. They will take everything we've got with us, or maybe they will just kill us for pleasure. So be careful, don't talk too loud, and follow me because I know that place valleys very well. I'm the master of these valleys. I know everything. Is it okay for you? Don't do nothing that I don't say you to do. Okay? It's alright? Yes, Shoke, yes. Walk in front of me, I follow you. But please, I don't want to hear your voice anymore. Okay, let's roll the die to evaluate this scene. We said the chaos factor had decreased to 4. I'll click here. What has happened? The scene proceeds normally, so there's no alteration and there's no interrupt. We'll proceed normally, and first of all, we'll roll the die in order to see if our characters find somebody or somebody finds them during that journey. We are going to make a question to the fate chart, and the question is that: are our friends going to find somebody during this journey through the dangerous valleys? I think the odds here are very likely or near sure thing. No, they are very likely. I like that they find somebody. Very likely, no, near sure thing. But that doesn't mean that they have to be discovered, because they are working very cautiously, and that only means that they will find somebody or something, but maybe they are not seen by them. Okay, so let's roll the die. Here, ask a question. Okay, the answer is yes, they found somebody. First of all, I'll go to the sheet of Eba and I roll a die for her dex free, and in order to see if she walks without doing any noise, if she walks without having been seen, and I will do so for Shoke. I'm gonna roll twice. I think that Shoke will have not so much dexterity as Eba has, because he's an older person. He's a mercenary as she is, but he is more strong than dexterity, and anyway he's too old to be strong nor dexterity. I think he's gonna have a 10, 15 and 10. I'll roll first for Eba. I rolled the 100 die, and it has to be 120 die, and it's at 2. So she walks very cautiously, she doesn't do any noise, and she can walk through the shadows in order that it's very difficult to see her. And now I'm gonna roll the die for Shoke. It's a 10, it's a partial success. So she hides very well, but he doesn't do so. He walks not very noisily, but a little bit noisily. And he walks through the shadows, but he doesn't hide so as well as she does. And they find somebody or something. And let's see what somebody or something is. Okay, I'm gonna ask now if that something that they find is a person or a creature. Okay, I'm here. I'm gonna say the odds are 50-50, and the question is that something a person or people? The answer to your question is yes. And also an event occurs, something that moves us toward the threat. And the meaning words that help us to imagine that event that occurs, they are ambush and rumor. Ambush and rumor. It's easy to think that we've got some kind of ambush, and I don't know what to think about rumor. Okay, I think that there's some people who will make us an ambush, and that people, they have heard some rumor that have brought them to that zone from here. We still don't know that rumor what it is, but maybe if we speak with them, maybe we realize it. But if they are going to ambush us, I don't know if we've got the opportunity to speak with them. First of all, let's know how many people ambushes us. And I don't want to roll a die, I'm gonna ask it to the fate chart. And I won't put any number, but I ask, are there a lot of people ambushing us? I leave it in 50-50 and ask a question. No, it's a 79. I think there are not a lot of people. Maybe they can be 3 or 4 at maximum. There's no 1 or 2, because the number 79, it's not a very high number. I think they are 3 or 4. Let's say they are 4. They are 4 and they ambushes us. They think that being 4 are people enough to win us. They don't know we are mercenaries. They only see an old man and a woman. I think they think it's gonna be easy for them to take all the money, all the things they've got, maybe to kill them or whatever they want to do with them. And now I want to know if they attack us, if they attack Eba and Shoke directly, or if they just appear in the middle of the way and ask them to give them everything. And also I leave it in 50-50, and the question is gonna be, are they going to speak to Eba and Shoke? No, they are not going to speak, so they are going to attack directly. Okay, let's imagine how they are. I imagine they are people who has lost everything, who needs food to eat, and who see the Eba and Shoke carry bags full of things, and they also carrying arms, and they think they'll be able to take that arms, that bags, and all the food they've got. Maybe there's one person who is an expert fighting, but I think the other three, they are people who have not killed nobody, who think that they can win in a battle, but they still haven't killed nobody. Okay, and I think as they are four, two of them will attack Eba and two of them will attack Shoke, and we'll investigate. We want to know if Eba and Shoke realizes they are going to be ambushed, and I'll roll wisdom roll in order to know if they at the last moment realize they are being attacked and can react, can do some action before being attacked. First of all, I'm gonna roll for Eba. She's got a 12 and I roll a 4. So yes, she realizes two people go out from the trees and attack her. And now I'm gonna roll for Shoke. It's a 16, and I think Shokes can have a wisdom like Eba, 12, so 16, it's a failure. He doesn't realizes he's going to be attacked. Okay, I won't play all the turns, all the rounds of Shoke, only the ones of Eba. And first, I want to know if that person who knows how to fight, who is in these four people, is one of the ones who attacks Eba or is one of the ones who attacks Shoke. I'm gonna roll D6, 1, 2, or 3. He or she is going to attack Eba. He or she is going to attack Eba. Okay, let's ask if it's a he or a she. Is he a man? 1, 2, or 3. He's a man. No, she is a woman, and the other person who attacks Eba is a man. 1, 2, 3 is a man. Yes, there's a woman who's a fighter who knows how to fight, carrying a spear that jumps from the trees and attacks with the spear to Eba. And there's also a boy who has never killed nobody, who carries an old knife, runs after that woman, and will attack Eba with his knife. Eba realizes them, Eba sees them before they can attack. She's a very quickly person. She's got a 15 in dexterity, and she takes outside the sword and fights them. She doesn't say nothing. All her instincts of her past life appears suddenly, and with an adrenalinic attack, she tries not to be hurt by them, jumps in the side where the spear of that woman is going to have difficulties to arrive to her, and will do a side attack to the legs of that woman and be able to go far away from her. And that's gonna be a combat movement. Eba, she's got a background called Swordmaster that allows her to use dexterity instead of strength with one-handed bladed weapons, and she's got a sword, so she's able to use it with dexterity. And let's put the difficulty. I think that she's being attacked by two people, one who doesn't know to fight very well and only carries a knife, but another who knows very well what she's doing. I think the difficulty is gonna be of -3. She won't have a 15 in dexterity, she will have a 12 in dexterity. Okay, let's roll the dice and discover what happens. it's at 10. It's a partial success. That means that the spear cuts part of her leather armor and goes through it to her flesh, and at the same time her sword, Eva's sword, cuts that woman's leg. Not the full legs maybe, but she can hurt her legs or her leg. Let's roll damage. First of all, I roll the damage of the spear, the damage that Eva's received, and that's a d6 die. It's 1, and we remember we've got the Eba had a leather armor that it rests 1 to the hit points she receives, so she doesn't receive nothing. The spear puts a little bit of the armor, of the leather armor, but it doesn't arrive to the flesh, and Eba jumps aside and puts the flesh of the woman's legs. And let's die the T8 die. Remember that we had a background that allow Eba to throw a d8 damage instead of 1 die of C. And she rolls a 2. I think that woman doesn't have any armor, so she receives 2 hit points, and I'll write they down here. Okay, I've written here the hit points of the woman. I've written she's got 11 hit points, also the hit points of the boy, he's got 8 hit points, and also Eva's hit points, 14. I've done the attack of Eba and the woman, and I think I also have to do the attack of that boy. But I think as he's not a very skilled person in combat, I think there is only a 50% that he will hit her. So I'll directly throw a d6 and say that 1, 2, 3 he will hit Eba. 4, so he fails. Let's start next turn and let's throw it again. Eba has hurt that woman's leg and has made her slower, but not slower enough because she only has take 2 hit points. That woman cries, "Ah! You bitch! I'm gonna kill you. Give us everything, and maybe only maybe we'll leave you go away with life." But Eba doesn't want to give nothing to that people because she knows if she gives them their arms, their food, their clothes, she won't be able to arrive where she wants to, and she won't be able to save his son. So she will continue attacking. She's a mercenary. She knows very well what she is doing. She had not killed nobody for a long time, but she's got the instinctive movements that make her go ahead and attack that people. She moves quickly, and that time she will go again to attack that woman also in the leg. She doesn't want her to move and be able to run after her. Okay, let's 20 die again, and we'll remember that we continue with that -3 of difficulty and leaving Eva's dexterity in attack in 12 instead of 15. Okay, let's go. We've rolled for a success. Eba rolls through the bushes, through the floor, and she can cut the tendons of that woman's foot and throwing her to the floor, knocking her down in order to let her out of the combat. And she can dodge the spear and also the knife of the woman and the boy. And she rolled the damage die, a d8 damage die. It's a 1. It's only a 1. She cuts the woman's legs again, but she still is not able to throw her down as she wanted. That woman still got 8 hit points. And that moment, I think they still are not thinking on abandon the fight. And the woman and the boy attack her again. And Eba is realizing she's winning and everything is going as she was planning. She was planning, no, because that was an ambush, but everything is going as she wanted it to be, and she continues attacking, and she also will do a move from the other side to cut that woman's leg, and let's see if she can do a bigger hurt, a bigger wound to accomplish her volunteer. Let's roll 1d10, d20 again. Need a 3. We are being very lucky. Once again, Eba dodges, avoids the spear that is a very long arm to touch her. She's very quickly, she moves very quickly and arrives from the other side to the woman and attacks her. The knife of the boy is very slow. It is in the other side of the combat. The boy doesn't know how to move, how to arrive at Eba, and Eba cuts the woman's leg who tries to do so. Okay, let's roll damage again. Yes, that's a 6. A 6 is a very big wound because it leaves that woman with only 2 hit points left. The woman now, yes, she fell down to the floor, crying, throwing away the spear and taking her leg. Wow, my leg! I think with 6 hit points, she has her leg cut, or at least she has the bone of her leg broken, so she won't be able to wake up again. She falls down and cries, and she doesn't see anything. She only begs for charity. Oh, please, please, don't kill me, don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you whatever I thought. Please, don't kill me. And maybe don't kill that boy. And don't kill that boy. He's my son. He has never killed nobody. He didn't wanted to attack you. Please don't hurt us. Leave us alone. In that moment, Eba is in front of that boy, who of course is very afraid of Eba, and Eba listens to her instinct, to her fighting instincts, and realizes that she is about to kill the boy. Very quickly is moving toward him and attacking him, but at the last moment she hears herself and she now realizes she hasn't killed nobody for 10 years, and maybe she will stop her movement and will stop attacking him, but I don't know what she's gonna do. I'm gonna ask it to the fate chart and let's see how human Eba is now, or let's see if she still is the fighting creature she was in her past. I'll take a look at the fate chart and I think it's 50-50. Is Eba going to attack that boy following her instinct? No, she stops with the sword near to the boy, closes her eyes for a moment and says, no, I won't kill that boy. I'm not the woman I was. Throw your arms now. And of course, the boy throws his knife to the floor and Eba turns her head and looks towards the place where Shoke is fighting the other 2 people. And let's ask to the fate chart how that fight is. Has it finished? It's still, well, the question I'll do is how well is the fight for Shoke, but I won't say how well. I will say, is Shoke winning the fight? We have to remember that the 2 people who were ambushing Shoke, they weren't fighters, they weren't people used to kill others, but they are 2 and they are ambushing Shoke and he had not heard nothing. So I think his skill abilities fighting are in one side and the ambush against him is in the other, and I leave that to 50-50. Is Shoke winning the fight? Extremely yes. When Eba turns her head towards Shoke, she sees Shoke smiling to her. She finished the fight some seconds ago and both boys are killed in the floor. Both boys has their necks cut and he is cleaning his sword with the clothes of one of them while looking at Eba, smiling. Oh, Eba, very well. I see you still know how to move yourself during a combat. You have done it very well, but you have to finish. You have to kill that boy and that woman. We can't leave them here. No, Shoke, I won't kill them. We'll leave them here and we'll continue our way. I gave my word to follow you in order to kill that dead man. I'll do so. I'll follow you, but I won't do anything else. I don't want to. We'll leave that people and we'll continue our way. Saying so, she is also trying to convince him not to kill them, but leaving them alive. And she will roll T20 die using her charisma, that is 9. Let's see what happens with Shoke. it's a 15. We've failed. We haven't convinced Shoke. And I think Shoke will attack them. Will go through the boy and through the woman and attack them. And Eba will put herself in front of him. You putting her sword in front of Shoke. Stop, Shoke. I won't let you kill them. I won't let you put your hands on them. And on that moment, I think there's a little possibility that people, the boy and the woman, not the woman because she can't, but the boy, maybe he will run away from that place. Maybe it's not a little possibility, it's a 50-50. He will take advantage of that moment. No, it's a little possibility because he is the son of that woman. And I think it's very unlikely that he will run away, but I want to discover it. And we have to remember that they were here because they had heard a rumor. Okay, very unlikely. And ask a question: is that boy gonna run away? Extreme, yes, because we roll a 2. Maybe he didn't love her mother, or maybe he is so afraid and he loves so much his life that he go and run away. He doesn't look back and run away. And he's a boy, he runs quicker, faster than Shoke, so he won't follow him. Oh, look at that boy. Wasn't he the son of that woman? Ah, that's the love that you can find here in the valley. Okay, so we kill that woman. He says so, but he won't walk through her because he's got Eba in front of him. Eba, you have to kill her. If you don't do so, I'll do it. We can't leave her here. Shoke, we have left the boy run away. There's no difference leaving one person or two people. It's the same. They will know we are here, we have passed through here. Let's run away, we two, and go to the place we have to. Leave that woman here. She's very hurt, and the problem one is the boy, and we won't see him again. Let's go. Okay, I'll roll again. Charisma ability of Eba in order to know if she has now convinced Shoke. But if I fail, I think Shoke has to attack the woman or Eba. It's the last opportunity for Eba. She's got a 9. It's a partial success. It is a very difficult situation because we have to decide which part of success we've got. I think as it is a success, we can say that Shoke won't attack the woman and won't ask again Eba to do so. But we can say that Shoke is not friendly anymore with Eba. He's angry with her. Okay, Eba, we won't kill that woman. But we have to walk quickly here. And I think you will give us more problems than I thought. I'm not sure you'll be able to do what violence will ask to. And I know that you are a problem, you are a danger to me in that land. Please go, walk in front of me. Now I need to look for both of us, to look for and search to the people. I can believe you now. I can trust you. You are a problem. Go and walk in front of me. So that Eba leaves the place and leaves the woman. She won't take the knife nor the spear nor nothing because she doesn't need nothing from them. But I think Shoke takes the arms of the people he has killed and also takes everything they've got that has something of value. And the woman with the broken leg or the cut leg go away as she can, leaving that place slowly and suffering. Eba won't help her because she sees Shoke is very angry and she doesn't want him to be a problem for her life and her son's life. So they will continue walking. They'll pass all the day without saying nothing one to the other, and they walk silently, maybe finding some other people, some other thieves or fighters or armies, but I think they can avoid them. They can walk hiding themselves and walking without noise and arriving by night to the mountain. They are going to the mountain where they'll find Phylan. That's gonna be the end of that scene. Eba has not the control of the situation. They have been ambushed and she has been able to avoid Shoke to kill the people she didn't want to, but Shoke has now become a problem for her. She thinks so at least, and I think that maybe they have arrived where they wanted to, but they've got some problems and they haven't solved as well as she would like to. So all that is only for saying that in the 5th scene we will start with the chaos factor of 5. And I'll finish that second session now because I've played enough and I'm tired again. I've enjoyed it a lot. Let's see in the next session what's gonna find here in that mountain. Let's see that file and how he is. Let's see that dead man, that ghost or whatever, what it will be, how is it. And let's see if that church and that generals of the Chaos Army that are near us will affect us in any way or not. We'll discover all that in the next session. I hope to see you there again. Thank you very much for watching me and for arriving at that moment of the session. Thanks again, and please subscribe if you want to receive a message or advice to see my next video. Thanks again. Bye.